Wow. If you guys wanted to see what inside where the afterburn comes out, this is what it looks like.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Alright guys, we're here in Tulsa. We're at the Tulsa Air and Space Museum, and we're here to go through the museum and take a look. And right here, this looks like some sort of MiG. I'm not too educated with airplanes. I know a few, but that's why I'm here to learn. And this is a MiG. It looks to be Russian. Let's read this sign right here. Let's see. The MiG-21 is a Soviet-era Mach 2 fighter interceptor. Approximately 60 countries across 4 continents have flown the MiG-21, and it still serves many nations 6 decades after its maiden flight. The MiG-21 is the most produced supersonic jet aircraft in aviation history. This MiG-21 has North Vietnamese Air Force insignia. This MiG-21 was donated to the Tulsa Air Museum and Planetarium by Bob and Marianne Pesloid. Bob is a former jet carrier pilot in the U.S. Navy who flew during the Vietnam era and has flown the MiG-21 as a civilian. That's neat. My dad actually served in Vietnam, and he was on the USS Hancock, and his squadron was the VAQ-129 Vikings. And I think my dad, he worked and flew and taught other soldiers about the Prowler or the Growler. I still have to go back and do my research on that. So I figured today would be awesome to come down here so I can learn more about planes, because that's another thing that I'm interested in. And right here, I believe this is a 747. I could be wrong, but it's an American Airlines plane. Hopefully get to go on this and see it. I've never been on a plane, ever. And I believe we're right by the Tulsa airport, because there's planes flying over, so that makes sense why there's a museum here for planes. Actually, not a bad day to do this. It's actually nice outside. Only 82 degrees. Because it's been in the high 90s and hundreds. God, that thing's so massive. Like I said, I've never been up close to a plane, but that's cool. Wow. That is very cool. Here we go. We are at the Tulsa Air and Space Museum. Now let's go inside, guys, and see what we can see. Alright guys, we are in the Tulsa Air and Space Museum. This is so cool. Lindbergh lands safely in Paris. That's when Charles Lindbergh flew all the way to Europe. I don't know if that's original or not. That might be. Lindbergh's transatlantic flight. He became a hero. He wrote several books. Yeah. Bill Watson. I don't know who this man is, but let's go down here and take a check on who this is. Let's see. Oh, just his his born date and death date. Looks like donators who donated, not donators, but people who have donated probably to have this memorial made. Talks about Tulsa early birds. Wow. Are those Lindberghs, I wonder? Let's see here. Let's read this. Doesn't say, so I assume probably not. Yeah, that's cool. That is a replica of the standard steel ground adjustable propeller flown by Charles A. Lindbergh on the Spirit of St. Louis. Well, the Spirit of St. Louis is in the Smithsonian, I believe. And there's Lindbergh at the Tulsa airport in 1927. This is definitely some cool stuff. There's some flight attendants uniform. Let's see, George A. Wade, President of American Airlines. Yeah, there's definitely some American Airlines items. I bet this is his flight suit, his uniform. Wow, this is neat. Air races. Let's see, oil and aviation. Oil barons and aviation. Air races. I loved watching air races at our local airport. They'd have them in Illinois. What is this? The National Petroleum Exposition Air Derby. Wow, that's cool. Let's see. What's this here? It says aviator Frank Hawks flew the Texaco No. 13 travel air mystery ship that Texaco purchased in 1930. Hawks was a world-famous air racer and record setter throughout his life. He is shown here with Tulsa Municipal Airport Manager Charlie Short. Wow, that's neat. And here we go, guys. We are out here looking at this big old, I believe it's 747, but please don't hate me if I got that wrong. Wow, this is a massive engine. Massive. Holy crap, I've never been close to a plane before, ever. Like, the closest was in O'Hare when I was in the viewers waiting area looking at planes. It's the closest I've ever been to a plane. Wow. Oh yeah, this is awesome, guys. I'm getting chills. This is a Vietnam era helicopter. The only reason why I'm getting chills is because my dad, again, like I said before, my dad was in Vietnam, but he was in the Navy, and he was on the USS Hancock. This is awesome. Now let's see. It's a Huey. Yeah, I thought it was a Huey, but I didn't want to get it wrong. This aircraft was shot down May 18th, 1970 at a small outpost called Bodop on the Cambodian-South Vietnam border. It was flying with the 20th Combat Engineers delivering supplies. There were no casualties. The aircraft was hit in the main rotor blades and severed a cable to the tail rotor. The air crew, Captain Robert McKinney, pilot, Captain Hines, co-pilot, door gunner Dave Hall, crew chief gunner Mario Ponce, Ulardi, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. It says Ulardi flew 50 to 60 missions as crew chief. Good God. They were rescued by an Air Force helicopter. A CH-4 Chinook picked up the UH-1H and hauled it to a maintenance facility for repairs. Rescue took the two pilots and left enlisted crew 2 to 3 hour wait until the Chinook picked up Huey for wait, I gotta reread that, guys. I'm going too fast. The rescue took the two pilots and left enlisted crew 2 to 3 hours wait until the Chinook picked up Huey for repairs. Oh, that must have sucked. Wow, good God, this is awesome. This is just like going back in time. Which I think they still use the Hueys, once in a while. Wow, just imagine a gunner right here just like sitting not sitting, but propped up here with a freaking machine gun. Wow, it just gives me chills thinking about that. For real, it really does. Wow. So yeah, guys, this is really awesome. So glad I came down here today. Wow. That's the planetarium. If you look over here, that is the Tulsa airport. This is just so freaking neat. Let's look up here. Yeah, there's the controls. Man, those seats look like they would not be too comfortable. I wonder if they actually had padding in there, or is that what they sat on? Because if not, good God, that's all metal. The Velvet Underground is the name of this Huey. You can see where their feet would be and the control for the rudders and things like that. Wow, this is awesome, 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 awesome. Definitely a piece of our history. Glad the crew made it and they did not die. That's for sure. We lost too many people in that war anyways. Some more big old engines. Wow. Alright. Well, we'll go up here and go in and see what it looks like in a, I assume, a 747? I doubt it is, because again, guys, I'm learning about my plane still, so please forgive me. I don't know, almost kind of, you know, surreal walking onto one of these. You know, I've never been on a plane ever. I've only been on a helicopter once. And you know, this kind of just reminds me of 9/11. This would have been one of the lavatory. I don't know what they would have done. Of course, all the seating's out of here. MD-80. And this is what it would be like sitting in first class on this old thing. I don't know how old it is, but it's old. Walk up here. And this really, when you start thinking about 9/11 and all that stuff, this just seems kind of eerie. And it makes you kind of emotional a little bit. This would be a cabin. I honestly don't know how old this plane is. It looks to be pretty old. Oxygen regulator, ground service power. Man, you really don't know how many buttons are in an airplane until you see it in instruments too. Let's see if I can get in here. Yeah, this thing's got to be pretty old. This looks pretty old. I did not see a plaque about it yet, so. In there. Oh. There you got your phone, you got your PA system. Ooh, broken flashlight. I don't want to touch that and break it some more and then have to pay $5,000 for it probably. Wow, this is crazy view. This is so high. This is, yeah, guys, this is surreal. I've never been on a plane, so this is exciting for me. Oh, we got a plane taking off. Let's see if we can catch it. Yep. Hopefully the footage quality is good, because again, there's another engine of what would be on one of these things. And if I'm calling it something wrong, This looks like it's to be about the Mars rover and things like that. Don't know too much about NASA and all that, but this is definitely cool to see this. Over here and look. I'm guessing this is a replica of the Mars rover. Oh, it's a prototype. Let's look. Let's read here. It says this robot is a prototype of the Mars exploration rover Curiosity. Curiosity was launched from Cape Canaveral in Florida on November 26, 2011. It set off on its mission with 4 goals in mind: determine whether life ever arose on Mars, characterize the climate of Mars, characterize the geology of Mars, prepare for human exploration. Curiosity landed on August 5th, 2012, and as of this prototype's arrival at TASM on April 7th, 2022, the real Curiosity has been on Mars for almost 10 years and has traveled over 17 miles. If you're curious about where Curiosity is, you can follow along with its daily travels on the NASA website and even follow it on Facebook and Twitter. Wow, that's neat. I might actually check that out. Yeah, 17 miles might not seem like a lot, but this thing probably moves super slow. I've seen them move. This just tells about Curiosity. I'm not sure what type of plane this is, but I'm gonna try and get in it. Oh, my family's in it already. It's a Ranger 2000. Let's check this out. Ranger 2000, a superb flying classroom with superior flying qualities. Check this out. Oh wow, that's neat. It's a little Boeing diagram of it. I don't know what this, I wonder if this is an F14. I wonder what this is. We'll have to look. This is a T-37. This was used as a primary trainer for the United States Air Force for 50 years. This was the first trainer that students would encounter on their way to getting their wings. It was built by Cessna and put into service in 1956. The fleet was retired 50 years later in 2009. The airplane was very easy to fly, making the training safer for brand new pilots to acquire their skills before moving on to the more advanced T-38 Talon. Spin recovery was part of the curriculum. Without proper recovery techniques, it would spin all the way to the ground. The side-by-side seating allowed a much better classroom situation where the student and instructor could see each other. This visual allowed interaction. The T-37 acquired the nickname Tweet because of the high-pitched sound it made on the ground. If noise protection wasn't used, it would cause permanent hearing loss. The T-37 was replaced by the T-6 Texan II, a turboprop trainer with more power and more modern avionics. Neat. Here's a little model of what it would have looked like, because this is just half the cockpit. Wow, this is cool. Man, that is awesome. That has got to be... I'm gonna go over here and look. This is just so freaking cool. Sorry guys, about cussed right there. Wow, look at this. Oh my god. I know this sounds stereotypical, but the Top Gun theme is in my hand right now. Is in my head right now. All I'm thinking about is "Talk to Me, Goose." Let's see. Phoenix rises again at Tulsa Air and Space. This is an F14 Tomcat. Holy shit. Awesome. I am definitely going to go up there and sit in it. Okay, so it says here, on a cold, gray, blustery day in April of 1998, an assemblage of Tulsa media business people, aviation enthusiasts, and U.S. Navy personnel huddled together and scanned the Tulsa skies, trying to be the first to catch a glimpse of the Tulsa Air and Space Museum's arriving F-14 Tomcat. Oh, this is awesome. This is one of my favorite jets to look at. This would be the jet that Tom Cruise flew in Top Gun 1, the F-14, and what he flew at the end of Top Gun Maverick. This is just so cool. I'm gonna walk around this way and look some more, because I want to go up there and sit in this beast.
You've got to be shitting me. An F-14?
I shot down 3 MiGs on one of those.
We don't even know if that bag of ass can fly.
Holy shit!
Remove before flight. Yep. We'll go over to the F-14 in a minute. Wow, this is cool. No, wait a minute, that's that. Wow. There's so much stuff everywhere here, guys. Like, I'm having a hard time trying to look at everything. The Aurora was developed by Aeromet of Tulsa for manned or unmanned vehicle capabilities. Also, it's kind of like a drone, but you can still fly it with a pilot. That's awesome. And this is a cockpit of a Douglas DC-3. That's what this is. Sorry guys, we got here at around 3 o'clock and they close at 4, so I'm trying not to be so slow. Holy crap! That is awesome. I cannot wait to see it. Let's go up here and look inside. Yeah guys, I'm trying not to like go too fast but not go too slow, because they're about to close here in a little bit. But this is so freaking cool. Oh my god, I cannot wait to sit in that F-14 Tomcat. Like, I'm kind of chomping at the bit to get in there and get a picture in it. And this bad boy, that's got to be from World War II. I don't even know any history about that, but let's go find out. Alright you guys, we are coming up here. We can't get in it, which is a bummer, but I understand that. This is what the inside of an F-14 Tomcat would look like. And this is where Goose would have been sitting, and this is where Maverick would have been sitting. Which, sorry, I love those movies because my dad was in the Navy and I love them so much. I mean the movies and my dad, but I don't know how farther I can get in here with the zoom without it looking crappy. Excited, sorry. I'm about to edit that out. Yeah guys, you guys don't even know how awesome this is. Look how huge. Wow. Alright guys, we are back here. This is the Pratt & Whitney R-34 Wasp. Oh boy guys, I just almost had a heart attack. I thought I lost my wallet and it fell out into a plane that I was climbing in and out of, and I was freaking out. And these are old aircraft engines right here. OX-5 aircraft engine. Let you guys read this. I'm not going to stand and read everything to you guys, because now I got less time to check everything out. Well, I still got a little bit, but here's some old aviator helmet. I want to read more about this plane. This is a Spartan NP-1. The Navy received the first production model of the NP-1 in September of 1941. Assigned Bureau number 3645, this aircraft was extensively tested at the Naval Air Station in St. Louis, Missouri. Production models were rolled from the Spartan's factory on Sheridan to Tulsa Municipal Airport, taken on test flights by Spartan pilots, and then flown or shipped to their duty stations. This just tells you a little bit about it. I'll let you guys read it. I'll pause. I don't want to sit here and read it because there's people waiting to look at it. Oh man, George H.W. Bush flew a plane like this in the Navy. George H.W. Bush, George W.'s dad. This is just a brief history of the Spartan NP-1. I wish I could stop and read all of it to you guys, or at least stop and show it to you, but there's so many cool things here I want to check out before we close this, so we're just gonna get her done. The Tuskegee Institute. That's something I would like to do a video about, the Tuskegee Airmen. I'm fascinated by it. I need to watch some more documentaries about them. I don't know a whole lot, but I need to. Tuskegee Airmen. This tells about the Tuskegee Airmen. God, I wish I could stop and read all this, but out of a bit of a time crunch, and I want to go look up in this. Again, sorry guys, it took a little while filming another episode at the, not an episode, but just filming another video at the zoo. Alright, this is the 765th Bomb Squad. Lily Raiders. Lily? Oh no, Liberators. Okay, I get it. Oh, there's Rosie the Riveter. Yes, we can do it. The Douglas Jeep, 1942 Ford GPW. Where's that? Oh, that's right there. That's cool. This is it right here. And there's Rosie the Riveter. God, I love old war history. It's just so awesome. Oklahoma's Airmen. This is inside that big plane. It's just cut in half and made. Talk about its final missions. The Tulsa American, the story begins. Tulsa American's final mission. Alright guys, and here's the F-14 again, and I didn't get a rear shot of it, but I definitely want to. I can't really right now, there's people there. This just talks about some pilots of the 138th Fighter Wing Tulsa Air National Guard. And here guys is the rear of the F-14. Now this really has a Top Gun theme playing in my head now, especially from the beginning part. You know where you see him taking off, you can see the afterburner kicking in. Wow. If you guys wanted to see what inside where the afterburn comes out, this is what it looks like. This is so awesome. I get to see this plane like this, just iconic watching that movie grow up, and these jets did so much for us in the service. Now I'm going to sit down and test this out because there's something you can put headphones on and listen to, so I'm going to try it. This guys right here, this is a Spartan aircraft. Pretty shiny. Right next to the F-14. I'm still geeking out over this. This is the whole plane. And I'm not talking it's cut in half or anything. This is the whole plane. Oh, it even says what ship it was on. That's awesome, because I'm trying to get more into naval history since my dad was a Navy vet. The USS Theodore Roosevelt this thing flew off of. Blackjack. I wonder if the pilot was an ace. I'm betting the pilot with this was an ace. I want to go look at the cockpit and see if there's anything that acknowledges that or something. I would think only an ace would get something like that on their plane. So let's go take a walk around here. Danger arresting hook. Yeah, I wonder if means he's an ace or something, or it's just his company or his squadron. Because I know my dad's VAQ 129 Vikings, they had a different looking logo, at least to me, because I'm not a military veteran. Let's go over here. I want to look at that cockpit again. Just to actually, we're gonna stop right here. Oh, this will probably tell us the history. See, this one I might stay here and talk to you guys about a little bit. The F-14 Tomcat have defended the free world for over 30 years. The first two Tomcat squadrons, VF-1 Wolfpack and VF-2 Bounty Hunters, saw action during Operation Frequent Wind, the withdrawal of U.S. forces from Saigon at the end of the Vietnam conflict. Conversely, the last two Tomcat squadrons, VF-31 Tomcatters and VF-213 Black Lions, commenced the last active duty cruise for the F-14 Tomcat in September of 2005. The F-14 Tomcat will officially be retired from fleet service in the late summer of 2006. Yep, so the old F-14 is officially retired. I had a feeling it was. Okay, combat record. We'll find out more about this specific plane. And here we go in the movies. The F-14 Tomcat has been featured in a few movies, The Final Countdown and Top Gun, while making guest appearances in others like The Hunt for Red October and Executive Decision. Let's see. Okay, this actually tells the history of this plane, so let's look at this. Let's read this, because I want to know the history of this plane. Tulsa Air and Space Museum's F-14A Tomcat is painted in the squadron colors of the VF-41, the Black Aces. Okay, so that is their squadron. I thought so. I really had thought so. So that has nothing to do with him being an ace or anything like that. So let's read. Captain Eric Benson of Sallisaw, Oklahoma, was the commander of the Oceana Naval Air Station and a pilot in VF-41. When TASM first set out to get their F-14, Captain Benson was instrumental in starting the ball rolling. After considerable letter writing and phone calls on the museum's behalf, he recommended that we contact our U.S. Senator's office. Knowing that Senator James Inhofe from Tulsa was an avid aviation fan, we enlisted his aid. It wasn't long until we received a phone call from the Navy saying that our Tomcat was on its way. After its flight from Virginia to Tulsa, it was taken to the Oklahoma Air National Guard base for demilitarization. And for demilitarization, that's basically, taking the guns off, taking the missiles off, things like that, taking out parts that they probably would need for, other planes, or just, taking out the radar and all that. The names listed on the nose of the TASM's F-14 reflect the names of Oklahomans who have flown the Tomcat. A gold star after a name indicates that person was killed in action. Active service. Navy acceptance check flight flown April 20th, 1983, which is the year I was born. VF-124 gunfighters from May 1983 to October of 1985. VF-154 Black Knights from October 1985 to 1989. And the list goes on, guys. I think they're getting ready to close. So we're gonna get ready and head out of here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wish I could have got to so much other stuff, but I had to find my wallet because I lost it, and kind of screwed me because I was crunched on time anyways. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I highly recommend you guys coming out here and checking this place out. It's super awesome. I am not joking. So we will see you later.